What if the thing everyone praises you for is slowly destroying your relationships? What if your high standards are actually walls? What if discipline becomes rigidity, responsibility becomes control, and order becomes a prison? This video is not about being neat. It's not about liking things organized. And it is not about obsessive-compulsive disorder. This is about something far quieter, far more socially rewarded, and far more misunderstood. Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. A personality structure where control feels like safety, perfection feels like morality, and flexibility feels like danger. And today, we are going to uncover it fully. Because OCPD doesn't explode lives, it slowly tightens them. Stay with me, because if you understand this disorder, you will understand why some people work themselves empty, love conditionally, and mistake rigidity for righteousness. Throughout this series, we've explored emotional storms, defensive fortresses, fractured identities, and survival-based patterns. But OCPD is different. It often hides behind productivity, responsibility, doing the right thing, moral correctness, being dependable. And because of that, it is often never questioned. People with OCPD are praised until they are feared, avoided, or emotionally shut out. That's why this finale matters, because OCPD doesn't look disordered until you look closely. Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder is a personality disorder, not an anxiety disorder. It is defined by a pervasive pattern of perfectionism, rigid control, inflexibility, preoccupation with rules, order, and productivity, at the expense of emotional connection, flexibility, enjoyment, intimacy, rest. People with OCPD don't feel controlled by their traits. They feel justified by them. That's the key difference. According to the DSM-5-TR, OCPD involves preoccupation with details, rules, lists, order, and schedules, perfectionism that interferes with task completion, excessive devotion to work and productivity, inflexibility about morality, ethics, or values, reluctance to delegate unless others submit exactly, miserliness towards self and others, rigidity and stubbornness. This isn't about fear of contamination or checking locks. This is about control as identity. Let's be very clear. OCD is ego dystonic. People suffer because of their thoughts. OCPD is ego syntonic. People feel right because of their traits. Someone with OCD says, "I hate these thoughts. They don't feel like me." Someone with OCPD says, "This is how things should be." That distinction changes everything. OCPD doesn't come from nowhere. It often develops in environments where love was conditional, mistakes were punished, emotions were dismissed, performance equaled worth, rules replaced connection. Many individuals with OCPD grew up believing, if I am perfect, I will be safe. If I follow the rules, I won't be rejected. If I control everything, nothing will fall apart. Over time, this becomes personality structure, not coping strategy. Control stops being a tool. It becomes a moral compass. When it comes to children, they don't receive an OCPD diagnosis, but the patterns can begin early. You may notice a child who is extremely rule-bound, becomes distressed when routines change, struggles with playfulness, reacts strongly to mistakes, feels responsible beyond their age. These children are often praised, so mature, so responsible, so well-behaved. But beneath that maturity may be anxiety, fear of failure, and emotional suppression. Without intervention, rigidity can harden. In adulthood, OCPD often impacts work, burnout, micromanagement, inability to delegate, and productivity without satisfaction, relationships, emotional distance, controlling dynamics, difficulty with compromise, moral rigidity, inner life, chronic tension, suppressed anger, difficulty relaxing, guilt when resting. People with OCPD often feel, if I stop, something bad will happen. Rest feels irresponsible. Joy feels undeserved.
OCPD is so hard to see.
Because society rewards it. We praise discipline, perfection, productivity, self-control. So the disorder hides inside virtue, but the cost is paid quietly by spouses, by children, by co-workers, by the person themselves. OCPD doesn't collapse life, it suffocates it slowly. You cannot prevent personality disorders entirely, but you can reduce risk by allowing emotional expression, modeling flexibility, praising effort, not perfection, teaching that mistakes are safe. Children need structure, but they also need grace. Can OCPD be treated? Yes, but it requires insight, which is often the hardest part. Effective treatments include psychodynamic therapy, schema therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy focused on flexibility, mindfulness practices. Treatment focuses on emotional awareness, tolerating imperfection, developing relational flexibility, separating worth from productivity. This is not about abandoning responsibility. It's about reclaiming humanity. Healing does not mean chaos. It means learning to rest without guilt, allowing others to be different, embracing good enough, reconnecting with emotion. The goal is not disorder. The goal is balance. And we should care about this because OCPD affects families, workplaces, marriages, leadership, faith communities. Unchecked rigidity creates fear instead of safety, obedience instead of trust, performance instead of love. Understanding OCPD helps us stop moralizing control, recognize silent suffering, build healthier systems. If you recognized yourself, this is not condemnation, it is invitation. And if you recognized someone you love, this is not blame, it is understanding. Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder is not about being too much. It's about being too guarded. This concludes our series. We've explored emotional storms, defensive fortresses, fractured identities, rigid control. And through it all, one truth remains. Personality disorders are not moral failures. They are survival stories. And survival can become healing when met with awareness, compassion, and courage. Thank you for walking this journey. If this series helped you understand the human mind more deeply, then it has done its work. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep learning.